Why is it that those who do harm seem to live at ease, while kind-hearted souls bear the weight of sorrow upon sorrow? A question that appears simple, yet within it carries the silent tragedy of countless beings. Is life unjust? Has the Buddha turned his gaze away? Or have we misunderstood the very essence of what we call good and evil, suffering and happiness? To see clearly, let us return, not to the past, but to the origin, the nature of karma, impermanence, cause and effect, and the illuminating wisdom of the Buddha-Dharma. Let me share with you a story that, if received with an open heart, may gently open the door to your own awakening. There was once a weeping disciple who came before a Zen master and asked, "Master, I've lived an honest life. Why, then, does pain cling to me like a shadow?" The master looked deeply into the disciple's eyes, then smiled gently, not in mockery, but in knowing. For this question does not belong to one person alone. It echoes from the hearts of all who thirst for justice in a world governed by causes beyond desire. The Dharma realm does not revolve around our wishes. It moves in harmony with causes and conditions, with karma and its fruits. When the mind begins to ask this very question, it stands at the threshold of awakening. But to step through, one must hold the key of wisdom and light the lamp of insight into karma and impermanence. The master replied, "Many choose goodness, live by conscience, do what is right, yet still they meet betrayal, misfortune, and injustice in a world steeped in greed, hatred, and delusion. Some curse the heavens, blame the world, and finally blame themselves. Was it wrong to be a good person? Let it be said clearly, no, to be good is never wrong. But to be good without wisdom is like sailing a boat with no rudder, easily swept away by the storms of life." To help you see the nature of suffering and the unseen hardships of the virtuous, let me share a tale from the Saṁyutta Nikāya, The Blind Man and the Lamp. Long ago, there lived a man born blind. Though he could not see, he lived righteously, never stealing, never lying, always helping others as best he could. One day, a sage gave him a lit lamp and said, "You may not see the light, but this lamp will help others see you. It will guide your path and keep you safe. This too is an act of goodness." The blind man, deeply moved, embraced the lamp and walked into the night. But not long after, someone collided with him forcefully, knocking him to the ground. Stunned, the blind man asked, "Could you not see the lamp I was carrying?" The other replied, "Your lamp had gone out long ago. You just didn't know it." The blind man stood in silence. He had walked in darkness, believing he was lighting the way, unaware that the lamp had long since gone out. This blind man is like those who live virtuously but still suffer. It is not because they lack goodness, but because their lamp of wisdom and mindfulness has not been lit. They journey through life believing their path is illuminated, yet like one carrying a lamp with no flame, they remain in darkness. Because they do not walk in accordance with the right Dharma? Because they do not observe the restlessness of their own mind? Because they do not examine their body, speech, and thought? Because they do not see the karma they have sown? Because they do not understand the subtle unfolding of cause and effect? Thus, what truly protects us from suffering is not mere goodness. It is wisdom and right mindfulness. It is the effort to keep the lamp of the heart ever burning. The Buddha taught in the Dhammapada, all beings are owners of their karma, heirs to their karma. Karma is the womb from which they are born, their refuge and their companion. Even if you live virtuously in this life, the fruits of past karma may still ripen. The law of karma does not forget. It patiently unfolds. We have seen people devote 10 years to good deeds, only to lose everything in a sudden accident. They are stricken with grief and confusion. Yet if we look deeply, we see that the heavy karma of the past is being swiftly repaid through the blessings of current merit. Without practice, such karma would otherwise extend across lifetimes of suffering and rebirth. Suffering is not punishment. It is the mirror of our past actions. Suffering is not an enemy. It is the teacher that urges us to awaken. Without suffering, we would never pause to reflect, to see deeply into ourselves, to recognize impermanence and the endless cycle of birth and death. Without suffering, we might never encounter the Dharma. Without suffering, we would not give rise to the vast bodhicitta to liberate all beings. Without suffering, without injustice, we would never perfect patience or cultivate loving kindness. Suffering, when received through the eye of wisdom, becomes fertile ground where the seeds of enlightenment may take root. Only when we live with right intention, loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity, practice in accordance with the true Dharma, train with mindfulness, and offer our pure body and mind as a living offering to the Buddha, can we truly be free from suffering. In this ever-shifting world, the kind-hearted are easily wounded. But if one can protect the flame of mindfulness, preserve the spirit of compassion, joy, and equanimity in every moment, then no matter how fierce the worldly winds may blow, the light of the heart will never be extinguished. A true practitioner does not pray for the end of suffering, but seeks the wisdom to understand its nature, its causes, and the path beyond it. A true practitioner does not seek fame, wealth, or power within the Dharma, but rather cultivates a pure heart, egoless virtue, and boundless compassion for all beings. Thus, do not run from suffering. Meet it with the awakened heart. Each sorrow endured is one step closer to the ultimate liberation. If today you are suffering, do not ask, "Why do I suffer when I have done no wrong?" Instead ask, "What is this suffering here to teach me? Have I truly understood cause and effect? Am I living the Buddha's teachings correctly? Is the lamp of my wisdom truly lit? Am I sowing wholesome seeds for now and for the life to come?" Suffering is the gate through which truth is revealed, and only the light of the Buddha-Dharma and genuine practice can guide beings out of ignorance and sorrow forever. One who knows how to live with suffering without complaint or bitterness, silently cultivating body and mind, is already walking the path toward awakening. If this Dharma teaching has kindled a spark within your heart, I invite you to share it with those still lost in darkness. One Dharma talk may save a life teetering on the edge. Live as a lamp, burning bright in the night of ignorance. If you found value in this discussion and want to continue exploring the depth and wisdom of Buddhism, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Cultivating Buddhism, and share your thoughts in the comments. May the teachings of the Buddha bring you peace and guide you on your path to enlightenment.